Hey everyone, welcome back. Or if you're new here, I'm Al. I go by Dapper Chef on Poshmark and eBay. I'm a full-time foodie, part-time reseller. So I went thrifting today to a Salvation Army after an appointment. Everything was about 25 to 50% off, like always. I always shop the color tags. We'll say average COGS was about $5. So let's get started. First guy, I just knew what it was just based on the feeling. It is a men's Lululemon hoodie. Sadly, no size dot or size tag anywhere, but it looks like it might be like a medium or a large. And it was $4.99. $8.99, but again, probably one of the half off colors. This is a good men's. I want to say this is a good men's bolo brand. They make a lot of like streetwear fashion pieces. So it's like just very minimalist looking, little black, kind of like a sweatpant material, but they're like trousers, pull-on trousers. And the brand is Orttu, O-R-T-T-U. Size medium. These I might try on, keep for myself. Next guy, $6.99. All I saw was this red stripe sticking out and the logo, which is like a little coral wreath. If you know what this logo is, you might know what brand it is. This one is a really, really good bolo brand. I think they only make menswear. Don't quote me on this. But the brand is Isaiah Nepoli. These are a size tailing 48, which I think is like a 34 or 33 men's. And I really like these because they're like a linen blend. They're kind of like a linen-y jean. Say that 10 times fast. So keep your eyes out for that one. $4.99. Just this one I got just more based on style, more on trend kind of. And it was newer tag. It's just a short sleeve, snap button, pop over thermal. And it's a size large, and it's Pilcro and letterpress Anthropology. This one I think is a newer Anthro label or Pilcro label. Don't mind me when I'm taking tags off. What better way to start the spooky season when using a bucket, little vintage Halloween bucket. Next guy. This I found two pairs of this brand plus the Target collab. I obviously didn't pick up the Target collab, but I picked up the two mainline ones. I knew what these were just based on the style and the feeling, and just based on a little bit of the tag, but they're unassuming if you don't know. So they're kind of like, they're women's trousers. This one I think is an older label maybe, but it's Nili Lotan, size 4. So Nili Lotan is a really good bolo. So that was the first pair I found. The second pair is this guy. This one I think is a different, I don't know what's, this might be either a newer style or an older one. I'm not 100% sure. But this also is 100% merino wool. So this one kind of reminds me of like Jane Kane label or Love Shack Fancy label where it's just black on black. But Nili Lotan again, these are size 6. These ones I think will do better than the other pair since they're a little more like a wide leg. So we'll get that listed right away. Next guy, $7.99. This I knew what it was just based on the style. Just this tiered mesh, off the shoulder kind of thing, or square neck. Little orange dress. Size 6, and it's 3.1 Phillip Lim, which is a designer that's not as popular right now as it used to be, but still sells really quick for me. Next guy was $6.99. These I got as a trial. I got to do more digging on this brand. But what made me pick it up is Made in Seoul. And then production of artwork or resume. But they're a nice like minimalist career pair of trousers. The brand is Pearly Real. So the tag kind of looked interesting. This one I can't really find much on. I'll just have to keep Googling it. If anyone knows, feel free to educate. Next up, $6.99. I know we're getting out of the season, but I figure I've never found jeans in this brand, the shorts in this jean brand. They're nice, kind of like off-white cream color. The brand is redone, and they're nice frayed bottom. They're size 29. The thrift store had these marked it as a 16. Next guy, $4.99. Put this into your bolo notebook if you're looking for swimwear. They make a lot of men's swimwear. I don't know if they make women's as much. I know they have a collab with Tumi that's very hard to find. But the brand is Orly Bar Brown. From past experience, what sells really fast for me is their trunks like this. So they're kind of like a 5.5 inch inseam normally. And this one is the bulldog style. So Orly Brown classic bulldog. And I know, like, what you can look for with this, obviously what would make you look it up, I would think, would be, because it says it's made in Portugal, but Orly Bar Brown. Last pair of these, like, similar in this print, I have sold for like $100. So I got to do more digging on what print this was. Next guy, I wish were my size. These are 11. If you know this logo, you'll know what they are. These are Ophos. I got these for two things. They're a bigger men's size, and they're kind of cool and kind of on trend because everyone's going into the mules or clogs, whatever you want to say. These are a men's size 12 or a European 45. Next piece, $3.99. This I got for a couple things. The print kind of gave me very like Y2K. Gave me Y2K, Latin look, artsy, art to wear vibes. Kind of like Art Deco too, maybe, or pop art. Little mixed prints, stripes, colors. And this, I think I've sold this brand before. It sounded familiar, so I gotta double check, but the brand is Berek, or Berek, B-E-R-E-K, size large. This one, I don't know, would you consider this a blazer or a coat? Or I'm just gonna put it as just like a blouse or top. Just kind of all the keywords, you know, Beetlejuice, Halloween, mod, art to wear, Art Deco, yada yada yada. Then where there's one, there's two. Next one is from that same brand. This was $4.99. This one is a size small. This one I got because it was kind of cool though. I know it's cold shoulders, which are not as popular as they used to be. But it's got the stripes. You know, this would be kind of cool for doing like a Halloween costume. For like Flintstones kind of, or Pinata, or Mariachi. Got the tassels. Again, Berek, size small. We'll do my Plato stuff last. Next up, they gave me this for $3.99. Just a nice little leather Nuitag purse. It's got like that gancha or gotcha, whatever they say it. Gaucho style Western belt accents on it. Distressed leather. Super duper clean on the inside. Again, technically Nuitag then. And it is Free People. So Free People. This looks like it probably came from TJ Maxx, just because I noticed like if it has a little slash through it, that's how they can crack down on people trying to return stuff. Next guy, $4.99. The woman's kind of like a light gray, navy, and white striped button down. Just a little classic piece, just rag and bone, medium. $4.99. This is I want to say is a good bolo brand normally in their pajamas anyway. So the brand is Bedhead, not the the hair product, but there's a different brand called Bedhead too. but they do a lot of pajamas, so hence the name Bedhead. But these are Charlie Brown, Great Pumpkin, size extra small. This is a men's, but I'll probably list it in the women's just to probably sell it faster. Sadly, I searched high and low. I could not find the bottoms. $4.99. This I took a risk on. So this is kind of like one of those sites that's kind of like Revolve, Italic. So Italic, ITALIC. Just this. I think it's a woman's. Yeah, it's a woman's. I don't know if it's supposed to be like a t-shirt dress or just a t-shirt, but this nice, super lightweight. There you go, Italic. And it just 95% bamboo. So I'm guessing it's maybe like a sleep shirt. Next guy, $4.99. This I got just because of style, and it's very on trend coming up. So it's puff sleeves, sheer, polka dot, with that neck, with that scoop square neckline. Ribbing, sheer, nice purple color. And it's a newer tag. So it's by Anthropology, size small. I don't think there's anything special as far as fabric. I really didn't look it up. Just it's just a viscose blend. Next guy, $1.99. This I got for a couple things. Just more for style. A little vintage Y2K designer. If you know this logo, you might know. Just Sonia Raquel Paris, size large. Made in France. Nice little sheer tank. Next guy. $6.99. This one I'm still confused with. So it's Intimately Free People. Size large. But it's this weird, like one sleeve, puff sleeve bodysuit thingamajig. But what's weird is, so the front is normal, right? But it's just where the sleeve cuts off, and then just the back is like a thong style, which I know how bodysuits are, but it just, I'm at a loss for words. Like, what would, I don't know. Hopefully there's something there. There's something for everyone, so I'm curious to see how this will do. I still will pick up bodysuits if they're kind of like a cool or funky design, or they're new with tag and that kind of had everything. Next guy, $4.99. This I got because it was very modest. Joke. So what made me look it up was just because of how it looks. It's kind of like this banana, off-white cream, almost like a better yellow. Lots of straps. The nice little closure, which is very popular still. These are the kind of swimwear pieces I sell year-round, just because they're very unique. So I gotta look up more on the brand. The brand is Mars, the label, M-A-R-S. And it just says a UK 6, which I don't know what that would be equate to the US sizing. It looks like probably like a small. Next up, this is kind of a good bolo, I want to say, as far as if you're looking at men's golf brands. I just got it based more on style. It's a nice coral salmon color with a nice little rope detailing. The brand is Swanie's Golf, so SWANIES. Next guy, $9.99. So this is black, long length, kind of short, sleeveless V-neck dress. Little flare bottom. And the reason I got this was because of the brand. It is Beholden, BHLDN, which if you know that, you know it is Anthropologie's bridal line or wedding line, which is, I don't think they sell it in the stores, it's only online, but I know they have flagship stores. In size 4, made in USA. Feels like well made. Really, there's really no wear on the bottom. That's usually where you'll see the wear on these kind of dresses. Next guy was $16.99, but I'm sure it was half off, or otherwise I would not pay that much for it. Just this ribbed bodycon. I don't want to say it's like a bodycon dress with the back slit, tank style or sleeveless style, and it's quince, quincy, whatever you want to say, size large. So what's nice about quince, if it's a newer piece, it has the style name directly underneath here. So it is the cotton cashmere rib sleeveless midi dress, heather oatmeal, size large. And like the name says, it is cotton and cashmere. So if you're listing this, would you list this as an actual sweater dress, or would you just say this is like one of those shift or sheath dresses? I'm still going to put sweater dress, just like how they list it, but different searches can call up different things. Next guy, $6.99. This is a really good bolo brand for men's. I don't think I've ever sat on a piece more than 2 or 3 days on this brand. So brand is Sunspell, Sunspl, London, or England. So a lot of their stuff is just basic pieces like this. And they have like I think from what I've noticed, every piece I've found so far, they have like a sun-faded look to them. That doesn't necessarily mean that they're worn or dirty. It's just part of their wash and their style. These usually get about $30, $35. Next guy, $6.99. I got based more on style, and the brand is okay. Sadly, all the material and the size tag is cut off. But it is Aldo Martins, which I think is sometimes an Anthro brand. What made me pick it up is it's kind of very Y2K. To me, it's Y2K. Gives me a little bit of like painter vibes. I know there's paintings on it, watercolors, yada yada yada. So that'd be interesting for that. Next guy was $8.99. Just a nice tiered floral maxi length dress with the tie sleeves or tie cuffs, what do you want to say? And it is a faux wrap or true wrap. Nope, it's just a faux surplice. Oh, it is open net. Previous person messed it up. Good thing I caught that now. So there you go. So it's a surplice neck. I think that's what they call it. But it's Ted Baker, size 2. Which, I don't know if you know this, but Ted Baker closed their main stores down. So I think they're only sold online now and in department stores. So it's a newer, believe it's a new one of the newest pieces before they shut down, because it has the label in it, the QR label. But what's nice about other pieces, if you watch my other videos, it tells you the print name. So this is the Millie, Millii. Feels like a gauzy cotton material or silk. So this should hopefully do really good. It also has that waist that's very tie waist that's very popular. $8.99. This I picked up because I just sold a dress from this brand from my last haul. If you remember that floral faux wrap dress, it's anatomy, size medium. This one I thought was kind of cool. It has like almost like a purpley leather, maybe faux leather or leather accent here trim with the zipper detailing on the bottom. I don't think there's anything really special as far as material in this, but let's see. So anatomy, size medium. Yeah, nothing special, just 92%, 92% polyester, 8% elastane. But you know, this is a good minimal. Got some good stretch to it. If you want to like base layer it, you know, minimalist, career, office, travel. Almost, you can almost say it's like a breastfeeding dress. I think someone put. I saw someone had been listing it like that. Next guy, $3.99. This I just got for myself, just a Halloween shirt. Casper. I don't think it's anything special. 2008. So technically vintage, maybe, quote unquote. Casper. Then it's on a gilding tag, but it's from the 2008 collection. Kind of goes good with those other pants I picked up. Next guy, $3.99. This I can't figure out I gotta do more digging on to figure out what's fully wrong with it. But all I saw was the buttons, and I felt the material and the knit. And if you know who makes this style sweater, you'll know what it is already. It is Veronica Beard. Size small. This one I think probably the only real wear might just be... Oh, yeah. It's just a little staining down below on the t-shirt side. But Veronica Beard. 100% cotton. So when you find Veronica Beard, you'll see on the care tag it says like Pipes and Shawl LLC. That's their parent company, so don't worry, it's not fake. $3.99. This I got just based on style mostly, but it is rails, size small. Oh no, size medium, and lemons. I might just put Shannon Medora in the title from Real Housewives, because you know she's notorious for lemons. Next up, $3.99. This one is a really good bolo. All I saw was these 4 red stitches on the back. If you know what that is, you'll probably know who this might be. It's not the Urban Outfitters BDG brand, thank God, but the size large, and it's Xrina, I don't know how to say it. The size large, good colorway. Next guy, $4.99. This was in the men's section, which I know it's on a men's, but a lot of their buttons are on the right side. I feel like that's the same way with Frank and Eileen. I find all my Frank and Eileen pieces in the men's line because of the buttons. But this one is just flax. I think it's an older piece because it says by Jean Engelhart. This one is 100% linen, made in Lithuania, size 2G, so I think extra large. And it does have that little quote in there. The quote for this guy is, "I am completely and totally open." I don't know if it's the same for you guys, but when I list flax, if I put that quote in either the title or the description, it sells it faster. So I don't know if people just search for certain quotes or what. I'd be curious to see. Next guy I got just based on style. Really cool men's vintage. Little button down. Definitely a conversation piece. So, is it Perialis? It might be Perialis. So, I don't know if it's actual Perialis branded, but the collar, the buttons on the cuffs say Perialis, but the main buttons don't have Perialis anywhere. But it's just kind of this Japanese looking print. And all it says is 100% polyester. The RN is listed, which I'll double check to see if it is. It might be actually be vintage Perialis. But the RN, if anyone wants to look it up for us, is 23777. It's kind of cool. It has like a bunch of like gypsies and I don't know, gypsies and something else. Exhibit, museum, books, something. So this probably will sell fast. So that is almost all I have. $4.99. I know this brand doesn't sell like it used to, but new with tag. Just a basic little baby doll tee from Vince, 100% Pima cotton. It's this nice like light butter yellow color. Then for $3.99. This I got to do more digging on because I know this could be one or two things. I know there's a vintage label, Disney label, the Mickey & Co., but I know recently I've seen it in the parks being reissued. This is a Plato. I think this is the reissue one because with the old one, the old vintage one that was Mickey & Co. by J.G. Hook, it was made in Hong Kong and U.S. This one says it's 100% cotton, but made in Portugal. So this one I'm leaning on the side is more modern, just based on the stitching. I don't know what you guys would say about that. I'll do some more digging on here too and let you guys know. And then last but not least, a couple things I got from Plato's. This was only $6. Just a nice little leather camera bag from Rag & Bone. Their leather still sells really good for me. And this I might just keep for myself. I thought it was kind of cool. The brand is licensed, where is it? Lost Maintenance Facilities. This kind of blue and green flannel wool blend overshirt. I think it's a Japanese street brand. That's just 90% wool, 10% polyester. But, you know, what made me kind of grab it first was just because it's vanity sizing or international sizing, so size 2, which I think is like a medium large. So LMC, Lost Management Cities. I know they have a collab with Puma that looks like comps are really good. And last guy, these I'm on the fence about listing or whatever because they're a little heavy. But these really cool Dr. Martens, Atlas, buckle, mule, whatever I want to say, clogs. They are a men's 10. They're a men's 10, women's 11. These I paid, I think, $40 for. So I did pay up for these, thinking I would either keep them or sell them locally, maybe. So we shall see how that goes. And there's one other piece. If you saw my shorts, it's this guy. So this was $7, but their clearance was 90% off. I just got it just because I thought it was kind of cool. If it's not anyone good, I might just keep it. It feels like wool. It has a nice leather strap. So it just says ATL. The only problem is this material tag and all the brand tags are cut out. The only thing that's in here is this logo, which I don't know. I've tried Google Lensing it. I tried Google Lensing the hat. I can't find anything about this. When I tried just Google Lensing the logo, all I get is Arabic. So if anyone's like an expert as far as sportswear or caps, feel free to let us know. But you know, this one is kind of a good fall hat. Very easy to match with, nice black. So let me know what you guys think. What was your favorite piece? Mine was probably the Isaiah pants and the Doc Martens. Otherwise, I'll see you guys later. Bye.